world where everyday things are getting smaller and smaller. But it's still the really big things that power our world keep us moving forward in a very big way. Coming up on Really Big Things. It's time to work. I run away and join the circus. Holy hell, this thing's heavy. As I erect a big top for the world-famous Cirque du Soleil. Then I step into liquid. Who says a big man can't walk against the rapids? At the world's largest man-made whitewater river. Oh! And later, this is good, huh? I play traffic cop for a parking lot that flies.
All set.
Ready.
All right, let's do it.
And I join the crew of this massive amphibious hovercraft to experience the thrills and dangers they face every day. Oh my gosh, this is sick. Ever since the 18th century, circuses as you and I know them today have been touring around the world, bringing with them death-defying stunts, amazing feats of strength and agility, and most importantly, a feeling of joy and elation for all who come to see them. And I know that there's the thing that stays constant is the big top. And today I'm in Columbus, Ohio, and once again I'm going to work with the great people of Cirque du Soleil and help them put up their massive big top as they prepare for one of their most riveting shows, Corteo. Now, right now, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and as you can see, everyone is scrambling because the big top has to go up today. And this is the tent master, Martin. Martin, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
It's scrambling over here, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
So, 7 in the morning, you guys are always running and gunning?
Yeah, as soon as all the trucks are here, we start getting this ready.
So right now, we're standing in the circle of, obviously, the huge big top that's going to go up.
Yeah, that's it.
How big is this thing going to be?
This is 166 feet diameter,
right?
And it sits 2,700 people, and it should be up by, if we're lucky, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
So 2 o'clock. So you're the tent master, which means what? You're in charge of everyone, the rigging, everything?
I'm in charge of all the tents that are on site, okay? The technical crew is in charge of what happens in the tent.
Okay, so your goal is by 2 o'clock to make sure that the canvas, the huge big top goes up.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want me to do? I'll do whatever you want.
You can start spreading plastic with those guys. I'm going to spread plastic all around because it's a pretty fragile piece of canvas, obviously. Okay? So, Gilles, Matt's going to help you out. You guys are going to start spreading, continue spreading with him.
His name Jill?
Gilles.
Jill.
Okay, this.
Mateo.
Martin.
No, Matt.
Matt, okay.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Okay, Mathieu, let's go help them.
All right. So do we start right here and do this by ourselves?
Well, actually, at this point, we're just beginning the day, so the local crew hasn't joined in yet.
The local crew, you mean because you guys actually were in Columbus, Ohio, and Cirque du Soleil will actually hire like 40 hometown people to work with them for the weeks that they're here, right?
Exactly, because to unroll this thing, you need a lot of manpower. One part is going up, and the rest of the canvas is rolled up on the truck.
So this blue and yellow thing, that's the actual canvas.
That's the canvas.
And that we're using this plastic to only just to protect the canvas, nothing else.
Yeah, exactly, because if you have little pebbles or something sharp underneath, sometimes it punctures little holes. That when the sunlight is out and you have the show going on, you can see little stars on the roof. So you don't want that.
So the canvas is our baby. We're going to nurture it. We're going to coddle it, make sure it doesn't get hurt, but we're going to make it grow.
Exactly, but you don't want to grow it too much.
All right, come on, Daddy, let's go help. As Jill and I roll out the plastic, more trucks for this huge production roll in. Corteo brings with it 149 permanent staff members and 2.5 million pounds of equipment, which includes office trailers, kitchens, power equipment, and even temperature controls, all under one really big top. We've pretty much laid out all the plastic, correct?
Yes.
Which, real time, has only been about 5 minutes. You guys are quick. So what's next?
As soon as the manpower comes in, we're going to start taking that tent and kind of spreading it out on these plastics.
It's 8 o'clock right now. Locals are rolling in. We need to get this stuff done by 2 o'clock. So it's time to work.
Okay, guys. Again, watch where you walk.
Yo, this thing's heavy. Each tent weighs 26,000 pounds, and when rolled out, it's 549 square feet.
On the other side. And after, we'll straighten the whole thing out.
So if you're wondering about the controlled chaos, it's basically everyone's listening to the voice of Martine.
Okay, come this way.
He's kind of the ringleader. It's like anything else, dude. Any other job, it's all about these guys working teamwork, man. It's good stuff.
Now we have to stretch it a little bit. We're gonna unroll this thing.
Right.
It takes approximately 30 people total to unravel the tent. All in all, to fully erect the big top, counting the crew and the local help, there will be up to 80 people involved at one time.
Jill, I gotta be honest with you. I'm really happy right now. I'm not gonna be here when you package everything up.
A little more.
All right, Jill. So what are you doing? You're stitching the canvas to the blue ring?
Yes, exactly. So, as we said before, the ring are going to be raising part of the tent, the 4 rings. So we have to line up, find the right positioning for it. Then once this is over, we have those kind of a pretty big rope over here.
Right.
So you have to just go around there, and once it's positioned,
It's like tying your shoelaces.
yeah, exactly, but it's a big one.
Yeah.
And so you go around, and you do that all around. This is going to be attached to the cable over here. Mathieu, if you just want to hold this thing.
Mathieu, is that my new name?
Mathieu, that's the French version of Mathieu. So I'm going to pull on this one, and you're going to release on this one.
All right, go for it.
Guys,
So do you want me on the inside or the outside?
on the inside.
It's gonna be heavy. Just be ready, okay? We have, as we lift up, we have to push it towards the outside that way, actually, okay?
Martin, I have a question for you.
Go.
Who's in the most dangerous spot right now?
You are.
Well, the one that's closer to the mast.
Because you could get squished. So.
All right.
1, 2, 3, up. Come on, guys, push it up.
Oh my God.
This mast ring weighs approximately 600 pounds.
Dude, am I supposed to be holding this rope or holding the ring?
Hold the rope, hold the rope.
So you don't want me to hold the ring?
Grab it underneath, guys.
Grab it underneath.
Okay.
Come on, guys, push it up.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, up. Up. That's
Okay.
it, stay there.
Am I hooking this in?
You're going to hook this over here. Hold it there. Everybody surviving? Okay, it's coming.
Nice.
Okay, good. Now everybody's going to need to dock in and go out.
Well,
Yeah, from there.
the first part of raising the ring is done. Actually got a little nervous right there.
Coming up,
High intense, adrenaline rush.
as the canvas goes up,
Come on, baby.
so do I.
Can't believe I'm doing this.
And then I run the rapids of the biggest, baddest man-made whitewater river on the planet.
That was great.
Later,
I want to see what a $500,000 skirt looks like.
this lady wears expensive clothes and is very powerful.
It's about 27 times the power of the Ferrari.
She's the U.S. Navy's revolutionary new hovercraft.
Oh, wow. All right, so all 4 rings are done. Now we're going
4
to...
rings are done. What they're gonna do, they're gonna lift up the cupola just a bit,
Right.
so the guys can work.
So the technicians can do their thing
Yeah.
there? Okay.
And everybody else is going to work on getting those lacings together, getting the ratchets in, and at the end, it's going to be putting all the bridges all around the tent. There's about 14 of them.
All right, so it's 9:10 right now. How are we looking time-wise?
We're looking pretty good.
Good.
We're looking pretty good.
Okay, so right now I'm inside the tent. We've already done the outside. Everything has been laced, stitched, all the harnesses have been strapped, all the doors are in place. Now again, we're inside, and what we're doing is they're cranking up the 4 pillars on the side, and they're raising the tent up.
Although the cupola is hoisted into the air by a motor, most of the tent is still lifted by crew members hand cranking wrenches. Under the big top, brute strength still rules the day.
You know who Steve Ettman is?
No.
#1 draft pick, 1992. He was my strength coach back at the University of Washington.
Yeah, it shows.
Does it? Love you, baby. As soon as this thing lifts up about another 6 feet, you're going to see the entire crew rush in here and start hooking the poles up. It's going to be a really fast, really big process. Let's get to work. All right, right now they're obviously putting the poles up. Dude, high intense, adrenaline rush. I'm going to hop in and start helping these guys out.
Okay, everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4!
Working in a clockwise direction, the crew uprights 120 of these poles.
Come on, baby.
At 16 feet tall, the blue poles help support the weight of this massive tent. As they're raised, workers on the raise crank ratchets adjust the tension of the tent supporting cables. This ensures that the canvas is as tight as possible.
Yeah! I feel so alive right now.
1, 2, 3! Touch the ground, that one. Lift it off the ground. Push it up. Push it up.
Almost done.
Till fully erect, the big top covers over 34,800 square feet of space.
What do you think, brother?
Yeah, it's great.
Huh?
Yeah. Good stuff, guys. Good.
That was really, really awesome. All right, Philippe. We're about to go up, huh? So should I be nervous?
No, it's easy. We're gonna climb. There's 2 ropes coming from the cupola.
All right.
At the end, there's a guy who will install a ladder outside. We're gonna climb the ladder because we need to close the what we call the condom around the mast. We need to put the bypass, this turnbuckle, each side of the mast, so the ring will hang on the static, not on the turf.
Gotcha. I gotta tell you, before I was like a 4 nervous, now I'm getting kind of closer to like a 6. I'm nervous. You're not nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
There's 2 types of people in this world, Philippe. Those that live and those that live scared.
Yeah.
You're not gonna catch me on the ladder, baby. Let's go.
All right.
Can't believe I'm doing this. This is great. So right now we're taking this bottom piece of the big top and we're tying it onto the mask, otherwise known as covering the condom is what they call it. Basically like tying your shoe, man. In one hole, out the other hole, and you tie it all the way around. Except add a 60-foot drop and your life depending on a 1-inch cable. That helps.
So you can start to lace it up.
Finally reached the last stage of the big top raising process. By covering the top of the tent's 4 corners with this big blue tarp, it ensures that no rain or foul weather will leak into the tent and cause problems for the performers or the audience below.
All right, we're basically done.
That's it? Thanks for everything, Philippe.
That's
I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you, brother.
Have a nice day.
The sense of urgency to put up such a big structure in only 1 day's work was super intense. Somehow, out of the controlled chaos, a beautifully orchestrated team effort made the big top that I'm standing on right now possible. Through a basic understanding of togetherness, the men and women of the construction crew for Cirque du Soleil's Corteo are able to bring a otherwise complex stationary show to your hometown. And that is a really big thing. Coming up. Is there a certain name for what we're doing right here? We are messing with the river.
I make the river run wild at the biggest,
I love this job, baby!
most realistic artificial white water rapids in the world. And then,
All set.
ready,
All right, let's do it.
I skim the seas in an 87-ton hovercraft and find danger
What's that warning and caution going off up there?
is always close by.
if there were a place where you could go kayaking and white water rafting, shooting the rapids, surfing the waves the entire day, and you never once had to worry about getting out of your boat to hike all the way back up the river to do it again? Well, guess what, my friends? We found it right here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
U.S. National Whitewater Center has the world's largest artificial recirculated whitewater river. It is the training course for Olympic kayaking hopefuls and a playground for an average Joe or Matt like me. Because the river is artificial, they don't have to rely on nature. This course can be changed by man. Today the course will be reconfigured for a training session of national kayak athletes by two-time Olympic kayaking alternate Dave Hepp.
All right, man, here's where we get started every day out here at the Whitewater Center.
This is the starting point?
Yeah, we have a few different pieces that we can move and change the river features. One of them is these plastic pieces we can pick up and move and change the way we constrict the water and make waves. We also have up top here, those gates can be higher and lowered, so we make a wave or change the speed of, the way you drop into the channel. Then we have one more over here that we can pinch this way, so it picks the water up. And
this is just one piece of a huge channel, right?
Yeah, this is one piece of the competition channel. This is where we'll hold our Olympic trials. This is the biggest and baddest whitewater course in the world.
To get this big man-made river flowing, it takes 12 million gallons of water. It's pumped from the lower pond to the upper pond. From there, it rushes downhill, powered only by the force of gravity, through the competition channel and the big water channel into the lower pond, where once again it's pumped uphill, starting the process over. The entire length of the river is about a mile. The total elevation drop, 21 feet.
Obviously you have a rock right there, man-made rock, but these are simulating rocks that are underneath the water, right?
Yes, exactly. We try to build it so it looks, as natural as possible, even though they have cement walls.
Cylinders are called ballards, and they play a major role in the shape of the water flow in the course.
What we're going to do is take this one.
Is there a certain name for what we're doing right here?
Not really. We're messing with the river.
In competition, rivers are classified from 1 through 6, depending on the size and speed of the rapids. Today, we're going to be running at about a class 4.
What we're doing is we're building the wall out and then a little bit of it down. So we're going to have a big spot right here that's going to be calm. So now we essentially pushed the water that way.
Another tool to redirect the water are these gates, which are called boards or wings.
So essentially, what did we really do here? We moved this thing, what?
We moved it about, you can see the mark on the floor here. Maybe 6 inches.
Yeah, about 6 inches.
Yeah.
And 6 inches really did something, huh?
Yeah, 6 inches will take 6 inches away from somewhere else.
Even the slightest adjustment can affect the flow of water downstream and even upstream. Because this course can be reshaped and controlled, it's an ideal venue for world-class athletes to hone their skills. Dave bases a lot of his adjustments on their recommendations.
So on any given day, this place has men and women who are training for the Olympics coming here, judging whether this is a good run or not. And the U.S. National Water Center is entrusting you and your visions to make sure that this is good. That's a big deal, man, because these are the people who are going to say whether they're coming back or not and they're getting the good training. That's tight, dude.
Yeah. These are just the valves that open up, let the air out of these air bladders down here, and you can just do all three, because we're just dropping it to get the day started.
The air bladders can be adjusted from 0 to 50 degrees, allowing a 4-foot change in height. Lowering the air bladders creates less drag, which in turn makes the water move faster, while raising the air bladders causes the rapids to move at a higher degree of difficulty.
Okay, so we switched some ballards around, which is our obstacle.
Yep.
In the river. Swung open some gates, or wings as they're called, which is another part of the obstacle, and now we've drained our bladders, which is opening the channels of the river.
So now we're ready to go, ready to turn the pumps on.
The pumps controls the water, right?
Yeah, pumps pump all the water uphill 21 feet and
let it go. That's when we get this place going.
So basically we're ready to fill it up.
Yeah.
There are 7 giant pumps weighing in at 12,500 pounds apiece. Each pump has its own power source, using over 4,100 volts at startup, which creates a staggering $1 million annual electric bill. In 60 seconds, the pumps can move 536,000 gallons of water from the lower pond to the upper pond.
We're on top of the pump house now.
Top of the pump, so the pumps are below us.
Pumps are below us, 620 horsepower apiece.
Wow.
And they're massive. Pull this grate off. I'll show you what it looks like.
Careful, Dave. Wow, look at that thing.
This is a good shot of how deep it is.
You stand there, I'll hold on to this.
Yeah. On top of this, we got another 10 feet. 10 feet.
Did you get scared?
Yes.
So tell me how it works. There's water below us, so does the pump suck the water from down there?
Sucks the water from the downhill side, puts it up on the uphill side. Simple as that.
So the thing that's amazing to me is that it only takes 7 pumps, to pump 12 million gallons of water.
Mm-hmm.
These things are so powerful. Boom, you flip all of them on.
We can't flip them all on at once, mainly because we don't want to cause a voltage spike in town.
Oh, really?
So we have to sequence them as we turn them on. They turn on every 65 seconds.
All right, where do we turn the pumps on from?
I turn them on up here in the control tower.
All right.
It's all by the click of a mouse.
One of these pumps can fill a swimming pool in less than a minute. Takes a little bit longer to fill this pond, but not that much longer. Once this thing fills up, they let gravity take over, and the river just starts to run.
This is like trying to stand up at the foot of a huge waterfall.
Now I know exactly what a salmon feels like.
My 270 pounds is no match for the speed of this water.
That, my friends, was fantastic. In case you didn't know, this is definitely my type of amusement park. And to think, the day has only begun. Coming up,
join me for an exciting adventure beneath the surface of this amazing river. It's so fascinating down here. I just can't get enough. And later,
yeah, it's nice up here.
I go topside to ride the waves on a supersized surfboard that can carry 75 tons of equipment.
This is a really big hovercraft.
Along with me.
This is awesome. Let's do it. Is it doing exactly what you thought it was going to do?
Yeah, basically by moving this wing in.
This is the gate we moved, right?
Yeah, this is the gate we moved. We were releasing a little more water downstream, and that wave train that is upstream of us is now just acting a little different. It's not piling up on this wall over here as bad because we're releasing it.
I can't remember, did you say before, were you getting complaints about it piling up there?
Well, it was a little harder for some of the newer raft guides. They were having trouble here flipping right in here.
Right.
So we're trying to alleviate that a little bit.
So now that the water's running, is there anything that we have to do right now?
Now that it's running, we can move some gates around for the guys who are training and just change the configuration.
So you would normally do that?
Yeah, I do it, or the U.S. coaches who are working, who are training the guys come and do it.
So is this green thing right here, is this a gate?
This is a gate. It's called a slalom gate. It's real simple. This is the gate string, and you just pull it.
So where are you going to put this? I
leave it here for today, but you can move it. As you go down the course, we got all the gates, and you can make your configuration. In skiing, you go around them. In whitewater slalom, you go through them. And what they do is they change it up every day for the guys who are training. And if you touch them with your boat or something, it's 2 seconds added on to your time. I set them up so you can move them all the way across too. So you can move it upstream, closer to the wooden.
Totally mess with someone the higher you move it up here.
Yeah, because it's harder to get to.
Because this eddy is crazy.
Crazy. Look at that wall you gotta contend with.
So is it time to get wet?
Yeah, let's go. All right.
On the center's 307 acres, there's no shortage of activities. From bouldering and rock climbing to 11 miles of mountain biking, hiking, and running trails. But Whitewater is my middle name, and I'm ready for the big time with a little instruction from Daniel.
So what I want you to do, if you flip over, you should grab this thing and pull on it. Do it right now. It pops right off, right?
Right.
There you go.
So if I flip over, that's what I want to do?
That's what I want you to do.
Is that what you do? Or are you experienced enough where you don't have to do that?
You get experienced enough to where you can roll the boat all the way back up. We probably won't get there today.
I want to do that.
There you go.
Yeah, baby. Watch your lips.
You probably didn't hear me say my middle name was Whitewater.
You know, I just got flipped over and now I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to roll back up without pulling the ripcord.
All right, what you want to do? You're right-handed, right?
Right.
All right. Put this blade down here like this.
Right.
I want you to bring it up like this and then pull down on it. Try to get your body back up.
So, boom.
Just like that. Kind of like you're taking a forward stroke underwater.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to roll.
We're going to see.
Pivot and up.
Harder than it looks?
Danielson, the truth is God made people a certain way, and he did not make me to be a kayaker. So would it be okay if you take me on one of those big blue boats?
That's all right. We can go rafting.
All right, cool. So here we go. I'm with instructor Dave and big boss on campus, my brother, Cotton. We're twin brothers. We just found each other. I had no idea you lived in North Carolina.
3 base commands. All forward, all back, and rest. If I say rest, stop. Don't do anything else.
Yeah! Oh, damn. I'm going to fall out.
Open up. Move forward.
Whitewater rafting is a lot easier on the beginner if you follow the instructions of the raft master. Going down the course with Dave gave us a chance to check out our early morning adjustments.
That's the piece we built, baby. Move forward.
So good.
Oh, sweet.
Donkey kicking.
So you're constantly searching for that perfect wave, huh?
Yeah.
So after running through your course right now, how do you think that you did?
Oh, it's excellent.
It was a good course?
It's good.
You guys having a good time? Give me some dap, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. If you've never been whitewater rafting before, I highly recommend it. That was big, baby. And they were telling me that some of the worst part about whitewater rafting is having to hike back up the river when you're done. The best part about this place is you end right where you began. So really, the fun stops when you turn it off. Here we go! I love this job, baby! 2 forward! The drop, baby! Woo! I'm absolutely exhausted. Between 7 pumps totaling 4,370 horsepower, 12 million gallons of water, and some stage 4 rapids that beat the heck out of me, I think it goes without saying that the U.S. National Whitewater Center is a really big thing.
Coming up,
I would be the engineer and you would be the pilot.
I step aboard the U.S. Navy's coolest new toy, and in my capable hands,
There's that warning and caution going off up there.
it's safe as a baby. This 80 by 40-foot behemoth is used by the Navy to transport 75 tons of equipment. That's vehicles and even troops from ship to shore.
That means this perfectly designed water-to-land hovercraft can carry up to 13 Humvees in a single load. And I'm talking heavy-duty military Humvees, not the Hummer that your paper-pushing neighbor drives next door.
We went to Camp Pendleton's Marine Base in California to check out these massive amphibious machines.
What are you doing here?
I'm just playing with this hovercraft.
That's not a hovercraft. That's a hovercraft.
Oh, I'm Matt, by the way. How are you?
Lieutenant Commander Walter Bonilla, Executive Officer, ACU 5. You can call me XO.
So, that is the hovercraft. That's the LCAC.
Correct. Landing Craft Air Cushion.
So when was this created, and why'd you guys create them?
They were created sometime in the early 80s. We created them as another means to transport Marines and equipment from the ships to land a lot quicker than the old days. They're built to carry a M1 Abrams tank or maybe 180 folks.
Why is this so important to the Navy?
At speed, they can get you from the ship to the beach in no time. Get guys out of harm's way quicker.
I can't wait to see you up close. I'm going to number 8.
All right?
All right, XO. Thank you very much, sir.
I appreciate it.
Sorry about my little toy getting in your way.
Don't let it happen again.
All right. Okay, so I'm on deck now of LCAC number 8, and we're going to be talking with Craftmaster Lastly. Now, Craftmaster is basically another term for pilot. They don't call him a pilot because pilots fly planes. The funny thing about it is when he's actually driving the LCAC, they don't call it driving, they call it flying. So even though he's flying the LCAC, he's not considered a pilot, he's considered a Craftmaster. Craftmaster Lastly?
How are you, Matt?
I'm doing fantastic.
I'll take you inside the cockpit and show you around the controls.
Sounds good.
Right now I'm in the Craftmaster's position. We got all the craft controls are here. Say the steering wheel, we call it the yoke. And we got prop pitch order reverse. And we got engine throttles, that's the gas.
You're obviously not pushing on gas, we're using air because it's a hovercraft.
It's all air.
So when it turns, does that mean it's, pushing air one way, that's how we're turning?
Exactly.
And the engine powers, what, the props?
It'll turn the props and the lift fans. The props to give us that forward and reverse, and the lift fans to give us that lift to come on cushion.
I mean, I know there's 3 seats. There's one, and I'm in the middle, and there's a guy right here. Is it 3 Craftmasters, or?
Well, my position, I'm the Craftmaster. I drive the boat. The engineer sits here in the center seat. We'll monitor all the engine parameters, start the engine, stop the engines, bring the craft up on cushion when I give the order. And then on the far seat is the navigator. By far, that's the busiest position on the boat. Well, I think we went over the controls. I think it's time to go out on deck and show you these different systems. Hatch.
That baby.
This is one of 4 of our ETF 40 Bravo marine gas turbine engines. Generates 4,000 horsepower.
So there's 4 engines on each craft?
4 engines each craft.
So this is the tranny?
Yep. And this takes our mechanical energy from the gas turbine, converts into rotational energy to drive our propeller.
Look at this baby.
11-foot, 9-inch diameter propeller.
How fast do these things go?
It's approximately 2,500 RPM.
Look at these bad ones, man.
When I change left or right rudder, it'll push the air faster, left or right, to get the stern of the boat to move left or right faster. We'll take you down here and show you the lift fans. Lift fans, we draw in the air and pushes it underneath the boat to inflate the skirt. And that brings us up on cushion. 60% of the air, that air generated, goes underneath the cushion, and the 40% other is going through the bow thrusters.
Now I'm getting it. So the yoke is basically steering, and that's your steering wheel.
That's it.
So I'm assuming that if the bow thrusters are pushing that way, we're going to be going that way.
Exactly.
To get a close-up look underneath the hovercraft, I went to Hangar 4.
So we're basically looking at the LCAC without the skirt on the outside.
Yes.
Well, can you show me, kind of do like a walk and talk, show me where the air comes in and out and how the whole thing works?
Yes.
So right now we're standing underneath it's called the lift fan, right? What does that do?
It blows down over 1 million cubic feet of air per minute.
The lift fan spins, sucking air from the outside and then blowing it down into the skirt.
Yes.
So typically, how long do these skirts last?
Just about every 200 to 300 hours of flight, we have to do an overhaul on the bag.
How much does, like a skirt cost?
Just right around $500,000.
$500,000 for a skirt. How many crafts maintenance personnel does it take to reassemble a $500,000 skirt? The answer is actually 15. There's about 9 more people on the other side, right?
Yeah, we got people all over the place trying to get this boat out.
Are they putting a new skirt on?
Yeah, it's a new one. The bottom of those fingers will wear on the tarmac.
Fingers?
It's just right over here. This right here is a finger that's actually ready to be replaced.
So, but this is all open.
Oh, right here's open, but the top of this is going to be bolted right here. So it's going to force the air down into the ground.
What's it made of?
It's made of rubber, and it's got nylon inside of it. It's vulcanized rubber, so it's like a heat compression.
Right.
Keeps it taut, keeps it tough.
So when this thing is actually blown up, is it touching the ground? Or, because I think a hovercraft, if this is the ground, I think, hovering.
And that's exactly what it's doing. These fingers, they will rub. Right. Because they're still pitch, and the boat's going to shift a little bit.
Right. I see the guys over here. What are they doing? How you doing, bud?
How you doing?
I'm Matt.
I'm Nick. Nice to meet you.
Nick, nice to meet you. What are you guys doing right here?
Right now we're just shooting some bumpers on the finger.
Can we put one on? Can I help you put one on?
Sure, they're doing it right over here. Yeah, this is called stuffing.
Stuffing.
Yep. You just push your finger up to the backside.
So typically it takes 2 guys to put 1 finger on?
Yes, sir.
How long does it take to put a skirt on the whole boat?
About a week and a half.
Really? Yes, so this is what you're doing all day today?
Oh, yeah.
So what's that doing? Is that pulling it, or?
Yes, sir. It's just pulling it through, and once it gets to a certain point, it'll snap.
Can I do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here we go. Hey, watch your camera.
That's it.
Fixing a hovercraft takes a lot of skill, and it's best left to the experts. But loading it with 75 tons of vehicles and equipment, well, I'm told that would be a good job for me, if I could find the right instructor. BM1 Dove. Hi, I'm Matt Rogers. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
All right, what are you doing right here?
I'm getting ready to load the Hummers and the 7 tons into the boat.
How do you bring them in?
We're going to bring one of the 7 tons up, drive it around all the way in a circle so its rear end is facing the boat. We're going to back it in.
Okay.
We're going to bring the other 7 ton around, back it in on that side. And then we're going to bring the 3 Humvees in, and we're going to back them up one beside each other, all in the front.
Gotcha. And you bring them in because you're the load master, which means you load them in. And
it's my job to load
that's
it.
right. What does this mean?
I don't know what that means. This means stop.
All right. Stop. What else we got?
Go
This is go.
back. You want them to come towards you?
Nice.
This way. If you want their back end of their truck to go that way, this way. Unless you want to come forward, then you go forward and the front of the truck will go that way.
And then if I do, same thing this side.
Other direction. If you want to stop,
What else do I need to know?
this.
What's that?
Straighten up your tires.
What do we do now? You gonna bring them in?
You're going to do it. I'll help you out.
Let's go, sister. Here we go. What do we do?
Bring in the first 7 ton.
Bring in the first 7 ton. Am I doing this right?
Yep.
Now I want to give them my right hand out, right, to line them up?
Now straighten them up. There you go. Here we go.
Nice.
Ready? Another trot.
Here we go. Walk with me. This is good, huh?
Yeah, that's good. Here you go. All right, get ready to stop it. There you go.
Not bad, huh?
Oh, that's the Hummers now.
Hummers.
There you go. You loaded.
Chief Lastly,
Hey, man.
how we doing?
We're locked and loaded, ready to get underway.
I'm excited. Where do I go?
Let's do it. Let's get that started, Kevin.
Coming up, she's got 16,000 horsepower under the hood, and I'm taking her for a little test drive.
Oh! Something tells me I shouldn't eat that chicken burrito.
Roger. Start cam secured. Roger. Everybody sit down there. Matt,
Here we go, yeah.
you need to get your seatbelts on.
Okay.
All right. Good to go, Matt?
Good to go?
We got clearance. We're ready to party, guys. We're all rested, all set.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Engineer kan overkushvik aan parken. Noodkragen translates port. Awkward port.
Oh, wow. This is unbelievable. Oh, wow. We're going straight for the ocean. Land the water. Here we go. Oh, my gosh. This is sick. So is there anything you're concentrating on, not doing or trying to avoid?
I don't want to go too fast here and fall into one of these waves. Try to minimize damage to the bow bag here. Okay, bow thrusters forward.
What do you do when the swell's just out of hand?
We don't plan for a mission with surf's over 8 foot because it would structurally tear the bag off and cost hundreds of thousands worth of damage. Not worth it for training.
You ever seen like a whale shark when you come out here?
Gray whale, bottlenose porpoises, and sometimes schools of tuna. Once we're over 22 knots, we're called over hump. Before that, we're pushing a big bow wave, just like a boat in the water before it gets up on plane. We're doing that with the LCAC before 22 knots, but now we're over hump, so we're planing.
We're flying right now. So we're going 26 knots right now?
28, 30 29 mile an hour. The seas aren't too bad, but there's a swell. It's a pretty good swell, so this much weight, if we got going too fast, we would plow in, could do structural damage to the boat, or, we don't need to take that risk, so I'm just going to keep it at probably under 30 knots.
Has ever, like, a car came unhooked or a Humvee fell off or anything like that?
Yeah, it happens. The seas get really rough.
Oh! That feels unbelievable. How many stories in the air do you think we are right now? 2 or 3?
Oh, yeah, from the water, we're probably at least almost 15 foot.
This is awesome. There's that warning and caution going off up there.
Just showing you that the engines are now at max power. This is how they're going to go.
Well, check this out. We've been out to sea now for about 15 minutes. From shore to where we're at right now, we've already burned 3,000 pounds of fuel. This is a really big hovercraft. Oh, here we go, baby. Oh! Something tells me I shouldn't eat that chicken burrito.
You a little green, are you?
Oof, this is rough. Let me put it in terms you guys will understand. Think of a Ferrari Enzo, one of the fastest cars on the planet. Well, the Ferrari does about 600 horsepower behind it. The LCAC that we're on today has about 16,000 horsepower. It's about 27 times the power of the Ferrari. But I don't feel like I'm going to puke in a Ferrari like I do now. Here we go. Oh! It's the biggest one yet, baby. How come I'm the only goofball that screams when that happens?
We're used to it.
For some reason, heading back into shore feels trickier and more nerve-wracking than heading out. God bless you.
Made it up.
Do you think I'm made of baby parts because I feel like I'm going to puke right now?
We're not used to this.
She's a treacherous woman, that ocean. She'll eat you up and spit you out. Today was one of the most unforgettable experiences of my life. Truth be told, and all fun aside, the men and women of the Marine Corps and Navy have to make trips like this every single day. And no matter what your stance on war is, The respect and admiration for these brave souls should be unrivaled. They truly are our modern-day heroes. Now, if you'll excuse me, after that ride I just took, I gotta go throw up. I don't feel good. Ooh, my burns, dude. My burns are way too thick. I gotta get a haircut. I've only been here about 2.5 hours. I already know how to fire up the locals. Watch this. Adam, you ready to go? Yes, sir! Woo!